Remember All-Star Cheer Squad? That game I previously played? No? Well, apparently it was good enough to make a sequel of it. Cause you know, a random kid's cheerleading game of all things deserves that. Also just noticed that these spines just don't line up the best at all, and that is annoying the absolute hell out of me. But anyways, if you haven't seen the video on the first one, feel free to check it out. Or don't. I don't really care. I imagine you'll get everything that you need to know out of just today's video. This time, we get a more robust character creator with tons more options to choose from. It doesn't make the character models any less uncanny though. The menus are a bit different here as well, but this game is basically formatted the same as the first. There's training and competition sections. You know, the two things that cheerleaders do. They didn't really care to expand upon this format, which I guess is fair. It is just cheerleading, but you'll see throughout this video why I wish it was just a completely different game instead. Anyways, this time, instead of lifeless player models shown alongside dialogue, you now get lifeless static images alongside dialogue. What an upgrade! Just like the first title, there's an overarching plot to this game, but who cares? I saw IGN wrote a review of this and said, although a lot of the major story elements are typical, they still hold your interest. And that's a load of shit. I'll admit, I'm a grown-ass woman, so I'm not gonna care, but like, come on. All you need to really know is that we are the new captain of the Tiger Squad, and we are here to defeat the Wolf Pack. I know this thanks to the white woman jump scare here. At least this time, we are going worldwide, baby. Instead of traveling just around the United States, there's now an entire globe to explore. I know, shocking. America isn't the only country in the world. Also, can I talk about how much I hate this guy, Josh? Oh, so this guy's a sexual predator as well. This may sound extreme, but I promise I have a reason for it. Let me tell you what I ultimately got out of the characters in the very first game. Well, if it makes you feel better, we found out in the first game that everyone in the squad is a piece of shit. Everyone became unlikable by the end of it. Some of them were rich and spoiled, some of them were basically sexual predators, and others were just rude as f***. So, you know. There was one point in the plot in the first game where the guy's like, if I try to date this person, it doesn't work out. I'm dating you, and you're forced to do it no matter what. Like, he, forced us into, being on a date with him, and he insisted on it. You may think I'm crazy for talking this way about what is otherwise an innocent kid's cheerleading game, but I promise, if you are concerned enough, just watch the first video. I promise I'm not mentally diving off the deep end here. What makes this even more confusing is that Josh is a twin. They literally use the same player model for both of them. They just changed their hair ever so slightly. Like, look at these two. This isn't the scene simply changing, it's supposed to be two full separate people. I'm also ignoring the fact that these two keep going on full rants about smelly socks for some reason. This is seriously giving me the turn of the 2010s Nickelodeon vibes in the worst way possible. Now it's time for Europe. And wow, it's the exact same thing, except you see a generic London background. Yippee. And oh yeah, I haven't talked about the music in this game yet, and there's a reason for such. What am I supposed to say about it? At least the first title had a ton of baffling compositions, but this is just generic and boring. I can't even tell what this is trying to be a ripoff of. This just sounds so soulless and corporate. Oh yeah, and here's some further material to really make you hate Josh, Landon, or whoever the hell it's supposed to be this time.
Hey, speaking of pretty, you're pretty also.
This guy trying to hit on us?
Emily! No, I was just, practicing words for, you know, vocabulary purposes.
Can we cancel this guy? Hashtag Landon is canceled. And let me give you even more.
Just letting M know that it is my pleasure to catch a babe like her. You know what I'm saying, M? Bye.
Okay.
Oh. I was genuinely gonna say the people who approved this script should go to jail.
I know, right? She was totally flirting with.
This is the first thing they had in mind when making like a game in mind for young girls. I hate this game so much, and I don't know how to prove it further. Why were the developers' first thoughts when coming up with a game for girls being, we need to have a couple guys harass every woman that they come across? And oh yeah, it took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out that Josh and Landon were two separate people.
What are you doing, Landon?
Making out my will. If Brianna's being this nice, it is all going down. What'd you call it, Josh?
The apocalypse.
Wait, these are two separate guys? They look the same. That's the same guy. Wait, you're telling me there's been two of them?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should share with you that they also traveled to Asia and Australia, and that's all you need to know. If I got deeper into the plot, I would be talking in circles about how much all these men suck, and then being confused why the girls even put up with them still. Guess one thing here I can talk about is how each region has a captain you can go up against to compete, and oh boy, do they love stereotypes.
This ought to be a bottler. Time to prove you're bringing more than pod experience, whatever that means, eh, mate? Let's do this.
Okay.
And oh yeah, starting up this second gameplay session, I had realized the plot of this game had completely gone away. There was none to be had anymore. Where to go? While I was confused, I at least trudged forward and completed every single competition available, until I ran out of more I could do. I triple checked here, and chat even confirmed. I did indeed play through every single thing I could here, yet there were still multiple areas still locked. We were all absolutely baffled. I wondered if I had to explore the practice mode a bit first, so I gave that a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are they trying to brainwash me? What's happening?
Even after messing with this for a bit, I still couldn't progress further, so that just made me go and check what my final completion percentage was.
How is it only 40% complete?
Yeah, I'm clueless here. Did I really softlock myself out of the competition mode just because, God forbid, I couldn't complete it all in one session? Really? I couldn't progress any further, and I wasn't in the mood to start from the very beginning, so I did more of the practice mode to make it even. I don't know how I didn't even react to how much the player models glitched out here. This girl is a demon. The only other thing I tried here before wrapping things up was this music creator mode, and wow, it's depressing. It's not even worth talking about. I'm done with this garbage. So that was All-Star Cheer Squad 2, and what is there to talk about that I already didn't? This game didn't deserve a sequel, and I was gonna say that this game in particular is proof of that, but honestly, the first one is proof of that as well. Did THQ seriously bank on this of all things being their big franchise? No wonder why they went bankrupt. I think it would be more productive to drop your kid in a random field for a few hours and just let them figure out what to do. Anyways, with all I've mentioned today, I rated this a 2, which baffles me considering that I should have given it a 1, considering that I couldn't even beat the game due to a softlock. If it makes you feel better, the first game did get a 3, so that at least shows that I'm making it clear that this one is somehow worse. Before I blab about the same few complaints over and over again, that's all I have for today. Thank God I don't have to play these games ever again. Thanks for watching.